It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 54. It's the Niners and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 54, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. He's going to use his legs here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
Now, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you've got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On first down, Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 49 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Purdy now on second down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will have the Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now it's Mahomes again. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, here's Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down. Now Mahomes. And incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll run it now with Gray. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray taking it in from 2 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. throwing here. Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Purdy now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Yeah, we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelsey, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mahomes going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing the out route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, one of the linebackers has got him. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive in the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. Oh, a heck of a move. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a 2nd and 2. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge advantage of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On third down, here's Purdy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Hardman to return. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 2nd and 4. Mahomes to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Here's 1st down. Again, it's Pacheco. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down at 5. A give right side for Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here now, 3rd down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's 1st and goal. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. This is when you step up. You ready to go? Let's do what we do every day. Let's go. Pay attention. Right now.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Purdy with one final shot here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.